Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to Mary's little house. Everybody's asleep except me. Peanut, Angel's still wandering around, but even Marigold, my night owl, is asleep. I'm so glad to be with you. Today was a lovely spring day, and the lilacs, their perfume is profusely in the breeze today. The lilac bushes, they're so lovely. I am so grateful to be with you on the eve of the Mercy Sunday. As many of you know, Cindy and I and a group of Mother of God Ministry members were at the first Mercy Sunday when Pope John Paul II declared in the Jubilee year 2000 that the Sunday after Easter would be called Mercy Sunday. And so here we are again at the eve of Mercy Sunday. And this Mercy Sunday, the Pope of Divine Mercy, Pope John Paul II, will be beatified. In a few hours, he will be raised to the altars as a blessed. I'm so happy to be with you and share this historical moment. When I was driving home from adoration tonight, I saw a young black man. He was very skinny, and he walked like he did not have a lot of self-esteem, a lot of feeling good about himself. And I felt my heart went out to him. I would love to have stopped the car and wished him well and said some affirming thing. I watched him as I passed him by until he disappeared in my rearview mirror. My heart was so touched. There are so many people, no matter what race, that feel so down about themselves, so unsure, so unloved, so lonely. And my heart goes out to them. I think we that are more fortunate, and we have those bouts too, and we're not. We're so busy we can't stop. We got to keep going, and our Lord slows us down, and He wants us to stop as He did in the Gospels, for the little people, for the sick, for the infirmed, for those sinners, those people who are not living a very happy life and unlawful life. He ate with sinners. Remember Levi, who later became St. Matthew, first gospel, the evangelist, writer of the first gospel. He ate with Matthew and all his friends, and his friends were some shady characters. So I think that we're called, especially on the eve of Mercy Sunday, to stop and be sensitive to those who feel in our lives, who feel not very well about themselves, who feel lonely, who feel discounted, who feel passed by. Jesus, to Saint Maria Faustina, said not only does he show his divine mercy through the rays emanating from his heart, but he wants us to be filled with these rays, to experience his mercy, but he wants us to share it with others, with deeds of mercy, as Saint Faustina put it. This divine mercy would not be fruitful if it's just for us. Love, we say, always diffuses itself. It can't hold itself out in. If we held our love in, it would be like a stagnant lake or the Dead Sea. I remember Professor Homilus when I was going to school in high school said the Sea of Galilee is alive with teeming with fish because it has tributaries it gives out, but the Dead Sea has no life at all, just salt, and because it just stops there, it becomes stagnant and salty and with no life. So we are called to share the divine mercy that we receive from our Lord, the forgiveness of his sins, the accepting of us no matter how poorly and badly we feel of ourselves, or whatever sin we have done, no matter how shameful. To accept that mercy in the form of confession, to accept that mercy in the form of opening ourselves that when we feel so unworthy, even after we're forgiven, to forgive our own selves as Jesus forgives us. So I was just thinking that, that young man that I saw when I drove by who didn't feel well about himself, my heart goes out to them, but more than that, Jesus' heart goes out to them, and he gives us people in our lives that we can celebrate our give and share divine mercy with them, that we can show them that they are lovable, that they are precious, that they are good, that they are worth our time and energy. Well, tonight I learned my lesson. I was trying to get everything done for Divine Mercy Sunday, the kitchen floor, the sewer backed up, and what a smell, and everything downstairs. And I was trying to get all that done, and all of a sudden another phone call came. On the caller ID, it was a person that talks a long time, no matter what. And I didn't know what to do. I had no grace to receive that call, but I did trust. I did call out for mercy, for God's help, and I got involved in the conversation, like I was waiting for this person to call. And as I was hanging on by my fingernails, trusting that God will give me the grace to give her dignity and give her attention and give her affirmation, to really listen to what she has to say, to really get involved in the hurts that she was undergoing. I was just hanging on, and God was giving me the grace. And what did I see across the room and in the hall against the statue of Our Lady of Victory was this. And I'll make the point, but here's what I saw. This is a straw. This is on a dark blue background, a straw art. I found it in a thrift store, and I knew that nobody would buy it. And the thrift store only keeps them so long, and they put them in the impact machine, the trash machine, a big monstrous thing that impacts all the trash and things that they cannot sell or use. Anyway, I know this is just have a feeling it's from Poland. I brought another straw angel at the same time, so the same person might have donated that to the gifts to the thrift store. But here I was hanging on by my fingernails and talking to this person, and right across the room, Jesus was raising his hand in blessing in this straw art, and the rays of divine mercy coming from his heart, from his bosom. And it was telling me, hey, here you want to help that young man that you saw coming home from adoration who felt so poorly about himself. And here, divine mercy itself gives me the person on the other end of that phone to truly be there, no matter how long, no matter how difficult it is for you. That I was being so divine mercy, so about other people, that the people that God sends me, and this person on the other phone, that's who I'm to practice divine mercy. Divine mercy is not theoretical, it's not generic, it's each person as God gives them in our daily lives. So I was really convicted by poor me. I was worried about me getting all this stuff done, and worried about this young man, but here the person that needs divine mercy, needs my deeds of mercy, my listening love, my care, my little wisdom that I might have, needs all those things, my presence, and here I was missing it. But Jesus puts this picture. I focused on it. I've passed it many times in the hall and everything. That he's reminding me that he's the one that he's the one that sends us those he wants us to love and affirm. So let us tomorrow, and as we celebrate the Divine Mercy Sunday, and as we celebrate a Holy Father, and that was another thing. One of the Archbishop of Rome, the vicar of the Pope, said that the Holy Father had a tender and kind love for the little ones, for the sick and poor. So he lived deeds of mercy. He, the Pope of Divine Mercy, reached out, and you could see it in every video, in every place he turned. He would always go to those in the wheelchairs and those and the little children and everything. In his heart, he was such a tender and kind father to them, to the poor, to the little ones, to the very poor. And so Divine Mercy Sunday tomorrow, 2011, Deeds of Mercy, and the beatification of the Pope of Divine Mercy, John Paul II. Let us all be called to not be too busy, to stop and show kindness and give divine mercy, do deeds of mercy to those in need of our love and our time and our care and our tenderness. God bless you.